Yeah, that's right. Oh, yeah, you like that flip? Yeah, come on. Back to block. Yeah, block. You gotcha.
Dude, you are not good at these fighting games, are you? You've got the Asian advantage. It's not fair. What are you going to do about it?
I'll show you what I'm going to do about it, motherfucker.
Simply Asia?
Oh yeah, it's like Asian spinach, son.
Whatever, come on, like this is fake. Let's go.
All right,
this is the real, all right?
All right, you ready?
Come on.
Round one.
Oh shit! Oh.
Just block! That's impossible! How could you possibly beat me?
Who's Asian now?
I'm turning Japanese, I think I'm turning Japanese, I really think so. Turning Japanese, I think I'm turning Japanese.
Hello and welcome back. Today is Tuesday, September 24th, and this is episode 60 of NooBTooB, a weekly independent podcast where, unfortunately, Tobin has beaten me at Tekken.
Oh, that's right! Oh no, my ramen has worn off.
Yes.
My Asian skills are gone.
Dude, let's go play Tekken right now, bitch.
Oh, you know, I'd love to, but we got a show to do. Sorry.
Excuses.
Yeah.
I am Yuzo Watanabe.
And I'm Tobin Kozaire, and this week we are talking about Team Fortress 2 Beta, LocoRoco Cocorecco, I still don't know if that's how we say it, Sonic Rush, and Ratatouille.
Wait, Ratatouille, really? Why?
Dude, I can't help myself. I love adventure platform games. Don't judge me!
You're a child.
Yeah.
Okay, so new releases include Jackass, the game, DDR, Hottest Party, as well as Company of Heroes Opposing Fronts, another PC RTS. Tobin will play that. As always, we'll finish up with our site news, our culture, and community sections, but let's get started with Team Fortress 2 by our good friends at Valve.
Fortress.
Oh, you know what? We need like a picture of like Range with a big sprocket sticking out of his back of his neck. That'd be awesome. So we should probably mention about. Hopefully, the sound is better.
Yeah, we apologize for last
Sorry
week.
about that, guys.
We had some mistakes last week,
Yes,
and
lavalier
we're
mics,
back.
Yes, lavalier mics in kitchens do not work.
No, we figured looking dorky is just our future.
Exactly. And you can't really help it.
No.
But first game we have is Team Fortress 2. So you didn't buy it?
I never did.
Oh man.
I kept thinking about it, but
You want to play Portal?
I know, and I can
save
save
$5?
myself some money. I know.
I think you have to. I think you have a couple of weeks, so
Okay.
you should definitely get on that. So if you go right now, if you pre-order the orange box, which
Yeah.
includes Fortress, Team Fortress 2, Half-Life 2,
Yeah, Half-Life-
Episode 1 and Episode 2. So Half-Life
Okay.
2, Episode 1
Yeah, yeah.
and Episode 2, and probably a bunch of other crap.
Yeah,
I don't know.
and Portal.
And
Yeah.
you'll also get Peggle.
the fuck is Peggle?
You never played Peggle?
No.
It's like Pachinko and
Is it Peggle Cubicle?
Yeah, if it was, it'd be a lot better actually. No, but Peggle, it's like you have this thing and you
Yeah.
shoot these little BBs and that you have to hit these pegs
Okay.
and then make it go down. It's a puzzle
Is
game.
it fun?
It's actually kind of fun.
Okay.
But you get 10 levels of that that are Half-Life themed.
Yeah.
So it's like a head crab level. There's
All right, that's
you know
pretty
that kind
weird.
of stuff. There's a portal level. There's a couple cool stuff.
So Team
But,
Fortress 2 has
yeah.
been in development or promised to us for about 10 years, right?
At least.
Team Fortress 1 was like late 90s, right? Mid to late 90s?
Yeah, Team Fortress 1 was so Half-Life 2 was 90.
No, it was Half-Life 1, right?
Half-Life 1 was, what, 97?
Something like that.
So it was like a year or two after.
Yeah.
So like late 90s, early 2000s. And immediately, once they were done, they were like, oh yeah, we're going to be working on Team Fortress 2. So at least 5 years.
Yeah.
This game has been in development for a long time. But when you get the orange box, you get into the beta.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of cool things about it. I mean, guess how many classes there are?
5.
9.
Holy shit.
There's a spy.
Yeah.
Like, I can go some of the cooler ones. I won't go over all 9, but there's the spy,
Yeah.
and you can disguise yourself as the other team,
Oh,
as
nice.
a different class of the other team.
Yeah.
So I was getting into these different strategies where I'd like be going around. I'd be like, "Ooh, I'm going to dress up as one of their spies."
Yeah.
Right. And I'd show up, and then I'd be going around, and then basically you're like, "Hey, imagine you're the other team, right? You're shooting."
Yeah.
And I'd be like, "Hey, what's up?" And I'd back up.
No shit. Like, and there's
Backstab
literally no way to tell. Like by
No
looking
way.
at them, there's
No way.
Holy
but
crap.
here's the thing: everybody knows that they're spies.
Yeah.
Everybody's suspicious.
So you don't even trust your own teammates.
Exactly, but
Unless
you
you
can
know
shoot.
them, they're like your friends.
I don't
right?
know,
If you
yeah, I
know them
don't-
in real life.
Well, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But I mean, the thing is, like, but it looks just like a red character on your team. So,
Yeah.
like, how can you really tell, right?
Yeah, they don't have like names above them. And
They
shit.
do, but like it's the action's like crazy, right?
Yeah.
So what you do is everybody suspects it. So if I'm a spy and I'm running at you and then I run behind you,
Yeah.
you're like, no, fuck that
fucking
shit.
shoot 'em,
and,
yeah.
then you kill them really quickly. But so what you have to do is this weird psychology thing where like you see somebody. So what I do now is like I see somebody and I'm like, oh, let me just turn this way.
And
then
see if they run towards you.
Yeah. Well, no. If I'm a spy.
Oh, I got
I go
you.
on their team.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I'm not gonna cut. And then I'm just walking back. I'm like stepping, nonchalantly
You start moonwalking
backwards.
behind them. You're like, hey, what's up, buddy?
And then gotta
Yeah.
get him. It's awesome. So there's that. There's the demo man. There's he's like firing grenades and all sorts of stuff.
So back up a little bit. What's the game all about?
Oh, okay. So the game, it's a standard team-based shooter. So there are capture point levels where you go, you hang out near a spot,
Yeah.
and you get the level. There are capture the flag.
Yeah.
There's team deathmatch. There's a bunch of different levels. So it's a team-based. So you have scores, and each of your different classes, you actually get different abilities, and those
Okay.
help your score.
Yeah.
So and the medic is weird.
You got to follow people around and give them help.
You have a
or whatever?
medic gun.
Yeah.
So
I saw the Penny Arcade. It was
Yeah.
crazy where they're like, "Don't shoot the tank, shoot this guy," and there's like a medic back there being like,
Yeah, and that's what you do. Like, you see some guy, you're like, what the hell? Like, you're shooting him, nothing's happening. You see this big, blue, thing going after him, like,
Giving
oh, there's
him
a freaking medic gun.
So could you have like 3 medics behind a tank and just like this guy just fucking like tearing shit open?
I don't know if you can have 2
That'd be
in 1.
crazy.
But I think you can chain. So I saw one guy as a medic healing a heavy,
Yeah.
and then another doctor healing the medic.
That's awesome.
It's like this caterpillar
Yeah.
walking down the street, right?
Oh, that's great.
And the thing is, with the medic, you have this thing called Uber Charge.
Yeah.
So as you heal people, that goes up. Once it goes 100%, you hit the button, and you're invincible.
Whoa.
So there's these points where you need to capture the flag,
Yeah.
whatever. You're dangerous, right? So you're like, okay, you get close, or the guy you're protecting is almost about to die. You hit the invincibility button, you get like 5 or 10 seconds.
See, that's cool because
It's
a lot
awesome.
of times the medic is kind of like the bitch job, right?
Yeah,
like you always
this is
get,
different.
It's like the healers and MMOs and stuff where they're like, "We need a medic." There's always just like somebody where it's just like, "Oh, I need healing." And it's just like all you're doing is applying patches.
It's like, oh, I got my
and-
res stick. Here you go.
Yeah,
Here
it's
you
just,
go.
just fucking,
Dude,
just
it's not
like
as bad
bitch
as
work.
a Bard in EverQuest. Do you ever play a Bard in EverQuest?
You just got to play the song for the game with
Oh,
the group.
fucking lord! I'd be like playing some other songs like no, mana song. It's like I'm in a band and I have one song and that's all I want to hear. It's like I'm Zeppelin. All I want to hear is Stairway to Heaven. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's
We've
just like-
got other songs.
It's like I got someone that makes you fight faster. Come on, I got this other stuff. It's like no, but
yeah, where it's just like every run's quick and then the mana song.
yeah, that's all they do. They're like, okay,
Tra-la-la.
make me run fast or make my mana go faster.
Yeah, those bitch jobs
Bastards.
suck.
Yeah, but it was fun. But anyhow, yeah, so they don't actually do that. Everything is really well balanced.
Yeah.
I mean, the engineer is really cool. You get to lay down sentries, and those things kill you.
Yeah.
Like when you run out of the corner, all of a sudden you're like half your health is gone within a second.
Okay, yeah.
You know what I mean? So you have to do these special things where like you send spies over, and the spy has a special ability where he puts this charge on it, and
Yeah.
like 10 seconds later it blows up.
Cool.
But nobody can tell.
Yeah.
So like an engineer would be working on it, right? Dun, 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 like building his stuff. I'd be like, doo, 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 and he'd be like, what? And he has to go repair it to knock it off, right?
That's
So
cool.
It's fun. There's like so many cool things about it. I definitely think you should get it. And it's free. I mean, if you
With the
it's free
purchase,
yeah.
yeah.
Exactly. So I think it's coming out later this month. I mean, I can't say.
And so you've had a really good
It's
time like playing online, like the battles are kind of balanced.
Exactly.
And it's just,
And the graphics are really like. Remember how I've been
Is it
complaining?
cel-shaded?
It's cel shaded.
Okay.
So remember how I've been complaining? Like I ran Crisis on my machine.
Yeah.
It like bogged down. I did Bioshock. I did all these games, and I'm like, I can't even run it at 800.
Mm-hmm.
This game, I'm doing it at 1280, and it's running like a dream.
oh, good. So it's
So-
not as demanding.
Yeah,
so I
and I
could
think
probably
even on your
actually
machine.
play it on my fucking
Maybe
weak
at
ass rig.
640.
Yeah.
On your machine.
Yeah. It's so sad because
don't
I've got
know.
this really big monitor and a weak computer, so it's just
Yeah,
like
it's like basically screenshot. So I remember when we were talking about it. Like you're not really into like the team games anymore.
Not
huh?
really.
Like what is it about them?
I don't like
mean,
people.
Is that why?
I don't like people so much.
You don't like helping people.
Helping
you don't like,
people,
You know.
talking to people, having people yammer in my fucking ear about their shit.
So
Getting called a homo.
is co-op better?
No, well, co-op is better actually.
Yeah.
We can talk about that later. But man,
Definitely.
I really
but
do.
team-based, like competitive, you just don't really do them anymore.
I mean, I think I'm out of that phase, and then I'll probably go back into it.
okay.
It's just one of these things where right now I'm just not feeling it.
it's too bad because the thing is, there are 3 games right now which are totally doing it for me.
Yeah.
Call of Duty 4,
Yeah.
Team Fortress 2, and Enemy Territories Quick Wars, and I can't decide between the 3.
So you just kind of keep flipping around.
Yeah, and I'm
maybe
not getting
playing,
good
just-
at any of them. So I'm getting my ass raped every single time,
Yeah.
and I'm like, I should focus.
Yeah,
but
you're
it's
renaissance man.
Yeah, but
you're shitty at mini games.
That should be
So,
you
Team
too,
Fortress
shitty
2,
at
I mean,
mini
sorry,
games.
Call of Duty 4, I tried to get in the beta, and there was no keys left. I got fucked.
You got to keep trying.
Yeah.
But it's going to be a good. The thing is, I think you'll like the single player of that game. Hopefully,
Yeah,
so
I think so,
that'll
too.
be good. And I don't know if you get co-op.
I hope so. I mean, co-op is
I don't
the
know.
shit. I
Yeah,
love co-op. I
co-op
really,
is-
really enjoy
it's
that.
pretty badass. But anyhow, I can't speak enough good things about it. Anybody that has not ordered the orange box yet, make sure you do so because you can get in the beta right away.
Yep.
And then show up on Xfire and play with me.
Yeah, for sure. And then next up is Ratatouille.
Wait, why?
Ratatouille's kind of old. But so I was
Yeah,
jonesing. Like
it's,
I went through a bunch of games to sell on eBay.
Yeah.
And I was like looking. I'm like, oh, this is my favorite game. This is my favorite game. This is my favorite game. They're all like platform adventure games.
That's pretty much your genre. You have one genre. Well, I mean, you have like one genre you love
that I love.
that
Yeah.
you will like play no matter what.
And I was looking, and I was like, "What's the one that's come out like this recently?" And I was like, "Shit, nothing."
Ratchet Demo.
Yeah, Ratchet Demo. I mean, they stopped making this kind of game, so I
Oh,
went.
Dawn of Mana. That was kind of platform.
Oh, Dawn of Mana was a shit in my mouth. So this one, it is kind of platformy. It's you're running around as a rat and you're solving puzzles and you're jumping around. And you're
So
collecting
are you collecting
shit.
stuff? So it's just does it follow your standard Super Mario 64 style
Kind of.
3D world?
Yeah, and there's
Okay.
just like lots of little mini missions, lots of things where you're going. I mean, it's made for children, but it's not super easy.
I heard it's hard.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody like someone a different mailing list, and they're saying like, my God, Ratatouille is really hard, and I have only got like 40 points.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of nice variety. Like you'll be going around the level, and you can go in these mini games where you got to be like like these huge rotating worlds that
Yeah.
it's all based around the theme of cooking. So it's like you got to be
Sure.
escaping people with knives and shit. But
So are they cooking mama elements?
no, that'd be fucked up.
Is there a lot of cheese?
There's these
Yeah.
weird things where there's like you're like this mini scale, right? You're the mouse.
Yeah.
So then there'll be these levels where there's like a human in the
Oh,
kitchen,
cool.
and you got to be
Cool.
running around, and there's just like and if like the screen goes red, you've been seen. You have to run back in the hole. They throw knives.
So
at
it's
you
like
and
Metal
shit.
Gear Rat,
Yes.
sort of like, there's a little bit of that action.
That's right.
Little
There's
Cookie
like
Mama,
there's like
little-
solid rat, and he's like going around with a cigarette. He's like, "Fuck everything." But yeah, it's pretty funny.
So some stealth aspects. But I mean, are you gonna really recommend it? Are you gonna give it a thumbs up? I mean, come on.
I rented it, right? Like I'm enjoying it as a rental. I would never tell someone to buy it,
Yeah.
unless they have little kids, right? I mean,
So it's good for kids.
What if they love Ratatouille the movie? I used it as an
Yeah.
escape because everything we've been reviewing lately has just been FPS, and I was like,
Yeah.
I want something else.
And something really bothers me, the fact that you still haven't finished Bioshock yet. You're playing Ratatouille and enjoying it.
That's embarrassing.
Something is wrong
Yeah,
here.
that's
Something
true.
is really wrong here.
That's true. I will. I promise.
Tobin.
So I mean, I'm not going to talk much about Ratatouille,
Okay.
but I'm just saying I'm enjoying it.
So it's a good rental.
If you're
but
feeling
definitely not buy.
the need, right? Like say you're just like, oh man,
How can you feel the need now? I mean, there's like Halo coming out. There's like a bunch of these different games coming out.
Not
like
a
Metroid Prime
platform
3.
adventure. Not a platform adventure.
All
I'm
right,
saying
fine.
if you're craving it, you're
But
in the store.
platforms are, as a genre, it's dying.
That's what I'm
I
saying.
mean,
So I'm saying this is as close as you can get, unless you want to go back and play like Sly 3 and shit.
yeah, like Super Mario.
yeah.
I
Oh, Mario
guess Mario
Universe
Galaxy.
is
Yeah,
Galaxy
will be good.
That's gonna be awesome.
But yeah, I guess you're right. So I mean, if you are a hardcore platformer, and that is one like even if it's a crappy game, you'll still kind of love.
Yeah.
Right. I mean,
it's got all the
one of
elements.
I mean, what is it? It's like your guilty pleasure. It's
Yeah.
your genre.
Yeah, it is.
So yeah, I'll take that. Yeah, whatever. I'm not
I picked a
gonna play
dying
it.
genre. I really did.
At least it's not a graphical adventure.
It's like people that are just like, yeah, exactly. That's true. Graphical adventure, that would be even bad. I mean, it's like people that are just like
Yeah.
really into swing music. You're like, oh,
Oh yeah,
Sorry,
like enjoy
guy.
your Brian Setzer.
it's like, oh,
else?
you hitched your star. It's the wrong star.
Stray Cats.
Yeah. It's like, man, I just wish Ace of Base would come out with one more album.
Yeah. I guess like it's basically go to the cardigan. I don't know.
Yeah.
We can go on with that, but you're right. I mean,
So
if
I
you're gonna
picked,
hit
I picked a loser, is all I'm saying.
that
but,
flag you're flying,
Yeah.
ain't so hot, dude.
yeah. But, I
It's-
still love it.
it's-
I will
yeah.
fight to the day I die for platform adventures. Next up is Locoroco.
Hey, we're just curious. Would you consider Metroid Prime a platformer? No. Really?
Because it's not, it's not, it's not like a bunch of jumping puzzles. It's not,
So it's just jumping puzzles. That's the
No,
thing.
I'm
like,
saying you're not
what-
solving environmental puzzles.
Oh,
It's,
you're fighting. You're shooting.
Fighting
yeah,
is much
sure,
more
sure.
primary than.
Yeah, well, there's that doo-doo.
But that's true of Ratchet
you know what I
too.
mean?
So I don't know how I draw. I mean, I loved Metroid, right? So
Yeah, so
maybe,
I think
maybe
is
it's kind of
platforming.
it's close. It's
It's
close.
more platforming than FPS.
Yes,
I'd say, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Dude, like, yeah, somebody was getting on my case, so like saying like, oh yeah, the FPS controls of Metroid.
Mm.
They're like, no. Metroid isn't FPS.
They said it wasn't FPS.
No, and I'm like,
Like,
well,
is it? Wait, hold on. Is it first person? You spend most of your time shooting people.
Yes.
The fuck?
No, they would say it is a first-person action adventure.
Whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Like, come on, genres, But anyhow.
Yeah, this is like people that talk about indie music and they got like 17 different
I
categories.
have 20 different categories.
Oh, fuck you! All right.
Shoegazing.
I don't... This has gotten gay.
Yes,
all
it
right.
has. All right.
LocoRoco.
Yes. LocoRoco Cocoreccho.
Sure.
So the Cocoreccho is a... did we talk about this on a previous episode when I played the PSP version?
What it is?
No, yeah, like what the game is. I mean,
Maybe.
like, it's kind of like your standard. Did you say it's a standard or anything with this game?
No, it's weird. I don't know what I'd call it. I mean, it's like Lemmings, right? Like it's kind of.
Oh, where'd you get that?
Well, I mean, you're leading Lemmings to the ending. You know, it's just like the whole goal is to get a bunch of little dudes from one point to another.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I guess I can see that. But see, like the original Locoroco wasn't like that.
Oh, see, I never played the original.
Well, I mean, it was kind of. I mean, you had one guy and you were just getting bigger.
Oh, yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
So, but okay, so this one, there's just my problems with the game. It's basically it's your adventure game. It's your standard Locoroco, but it's too fucking short.
Yeah.
For $7.
Yeah, it's really short.
I mean, it's a screensaver for the most part, right?
Yeah.
So it's like one level, and you know what they did? They fucked up the controls. What do you think of the controls?
The controls
you
were
didn't play the original.
stupid.
Like what about it?
I mean, so I really didn't like this whole butterfly thing because the guys weren't reactive enough. So you're just
Exactly.
you're just doing this butterfly, and you're like, follow me, and they're like,
they're really cute doing it, but it's frustrating.
You're sitting there listening, you're like, wow, the art is really great, the music is cracking me up. I was playing and Adrian was sitting there on the couch, she's like, what the fuck is going on? Because it's just like these little Japanese kids and adults singing nonsense, like,
it's like kind of like the Simlish movie, the songs. Yeah, totally.
So all that's really cool, but then you're playing and you're just like, okay, here's the butterfly, move it over here, and there's like 15 dudes, and they're like,
and you kind of have to like press the button, and then they'll kind of get all activated, but it was hard to control.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what like. And did you ever get to the puzzles, or did you play it long enough where you had to make them stack up?
Yeah.
Like, I couldn't figure out what the right. I did it, but I couldn't figure out what I did to do it.
Yeah, there were several times where it's like, I'd be like, you fucking whore! And then finally, like, something would work. I'm like, did you detect my anger? What made this happen?
Because like you have to stack them up to be able to get to like other places, and you're like, oh, I don't know what the control is, and it wasn't very intuitive. And you know the thing is, like, if you compare it to the PSP version of Locoroco, Locoroco originally on PSP was very intuitive because you know what you did? All you did was you had two buttons, the PSP, right, left and right, and all it did would rotate the world. Oh. And they would roll.
So that's a whole different game.
It's a different game.
I mean, like, I could actually have seen that working with this one, where you've got the
exactly.
6-axis.
But they used that as a stupid thing, where like only certain elements you had to do that, and
so
you had to shake
like
it
dudes
sometimes.
stuck on a branch and be like shake, and they'd fall off.
It'd be like a panel that you would do that, and like that was all kind of good.
Instead of a game mechanic, it was a gimmick, right? Like in this one, they're just like move it up and down, shake it left and right.
There was puzzle aspects too. Did you notice like some of the flowers you had to shake it and they would fly away revealing things? Yeah, so they did that, but it's like they almost changed the core fundamental gameplay of the game in a bad way. I thought it sucked. It was very frustrating. And what
It'd be like making Katamari where it has to follow a red dot and you're steering the red dot around.
Exactly.
It's changing the way that it works.
You know what it is? They basically took the controls of Locoroco and then put a nice little barrier on top saying, let's make something in the way.
Yeah.
And, it was intuitive. And, Locoroco was my favorite PSP games last year.
Wow.
And this game sucks. Well, it was a PSP too.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. You can hear the anger online.
I don't think so. $7 for it's like the experience was fun.
It's like, you're biased against PS3. You don't like LocoRoco.
Whatever.
Eat a dick. Okay, so we didn't like it.
Yeah, we didn't like it.
But thank you, Keyran Solo.
Keyran Solo. Yeah,
with the hookup, with the
game sharing mechanism.
The game sharing mechanism that we've talked about here on the show before, where he let us grab the copy that he had purchased.
Yeah, and you can share it with amongst up to 5 people, so it's absolutely legal. So
I like to share.
I like to share, but are you going to share your account?
I'd share my account with you.
Yeah, exactly.
I'd share it with Keyran Solo, right? Like, I mean, the thing is, you change your password to like Fubar, and then just let other people
use it. They can
use
charge stuff on your credit card.
Yeah, but they're not going to be a dick.
You're not going to be a dick, right? All right. But yeah, props to Keyran Solo. You guys rule.
Yeah.
They're buying stuff so that we can play because we can't buy everything.
Yeah, so we appreciate it.
Do you think would have? I wouldn't have bought this game.
I wouldn't have bought this game.
So.
I wish I could have played the demo like on Xbox. Demos!
More starter packs or whatever.
Whatever you want to call them. So, I've gone back because of Metroid Prime 3.
And because of the Retro Gaming Club.
I've gone back and I've dug out Metroid Prime 1.
Wow.
Yeah. And I've been playing it on my Wii. So the thing is, we've been, So I missed the Wiimote aiming. I really missed
okay,
it.
so that really added the love to you.
It did. I mean, it's just
because you played the first Metroid Prime, and you didn't like it.
I didn't, but I'm playing through it now, and I'm enjoying it
You're
more.
kidding me.
No, I'm actually like getting into it because I don't know what the difference was. I think that maybe I didn't understand the mindset. I didn't think of it as an adventure game. I thought of it as an FPS. So when I started playing, and the aiming was so awful because you can't just use the right stick and aim at people. You have to actually hold the right trigger and you're stuck.
I don't even remember how it played.
You're aiming in a plane.
Yeah, you can't aim up. I remember
you can't aim up. If you pull the right trigger, then you can aim up and down.
Oh, yeah.
So it's not like the Wiimote where you're just like point, shoot, point. So, you have to get your head around it, but then you realize that they didn't make it an FPS, so you're not having to aim up and down that much. You're just, and then you hold the left trigger and it locks to people. Locks.
Yes.
So
it's all about locking. So, and then you were okay with that?
I was okay with it.
So my question to you is it because Metroid Prime 3 had a, less obtrusive control scheme that got you to love it, that now you're playing Metroid Prime 1?
And I understand the mindset.
Interesting.
I understand mindset. So I would say the funny thing is there's two interesting elements here. One is the doors open immediately.
Well, of course, yeah. It's all freaking on ROM, right?
Yeah, exactly. So it's, well...
Oh, no, it's on
disc.
It's
on disc.
It's a much smaller disc.
It's just a much smaller disc, like a fucking disc like that. So the doors open much quicker, which I was like, oh, this is awesome, but there's 10 times more backtracking. It's really weird.
Yeah, I think the level design of Metroid 1 Prime was annoying.
It's so weird because it's just like every time you go somewhere, you see like there's a ball hole, there's a door that I have to open later, there's this. But it's just like you go get something, you gotta go back to all the places you were before and see if you can do that.
Metroid-y though, right?
Yeah.
Backtracking has been a part of Metroid since the original Metroid and all the Castlevanias that followed it. So, but this one, I thought
the maps are way fucking bigger than the original Metroid, though, man. You're just like, they're huge.
But Corruption, I think, did a much better job with level design.
Yeah, I think so.
So I hear, from what I'm understanding, is 2 is like the worst of the series. So if you do finish 1.
Yeah.
You try out 2, but you might not like it.
Yeah.
Just so you know.
And the other thing, this makes me so angry, the Wii, you have to put a GameCube memory card in to save GameCube
told me
games.
About that. Yeah.
There's memory on the Wii.
So let me get this straight. The memory card on the GameCube is flash memory of some sort?
Something, yeah. Like the PlayStation 2.
There's memory inside
the Wii. Yeah. And they refused to save to it.
Why not?
I don't know. I had to go out in my garage, blow the dust off my GameCube, rip out its memory card, blow the dust out of the inside of the memory card, and stick it in the Wii.
NES.
And then, of course, the top of the Wii has a little thing that sticks, so now it doesn't fit in my shelf. With it got the memory card. I mean, the whole thing's annoying. The whole thing's annoying.
Actually, I think the PS3 might be the same way. If you want to play PS2 games, I think you need a PS2 thing, if I remember correctly.
I don't know. Yeah, maybe.
What is it up with that? I mean, how hard is it to engineer? I mean, it's
as engineers, I would say to me it doesn't seem like that hard a problem because you're storing bits. But there's probably some.
Oh, you know what it is? It's probably like it costs like 20 cents to produce that functionality. If you're building a million of them, 20 cents is a lot of money.
That's true. That's true.
All right,
so that's that. And then the last one up is a game that we both played.
Yeah, Sonic Rush Adventure.
Yeah.
So Sonic Rush, this is a game you never liked Sonic. So I'm kind of curious what you think of Sonic.
So I like everything except the Sonic part.
You know what? I hate everything about this game except for the Sonic part. Okay, so what about it do you like?
I've never understood the Sonic thing because you're basically just going to the right as fast as you can and spinning around, and it's just like watching somebody else play a game. To me,
the first few levels are like that.
Occasionally you jump, occasionally you do whatever, but most of the time it's just like boing, 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 bounce, bounce, bounce. And it's just like
it's hold right and hold A.
Yeah,
absolutely. For the first few levels.
Okay, so
it
later
gets
on
much harder.
Okay,
because the thing is, unfortunately, it turns into more of a do something over and over again until you get your reflexes fast enough so you're doing. You know what I mean? It gets almost frustrating.
But you don't even see the level. You're moving so quick that it's just you basically end up memorizing this level that you can't even.
But there are other paths. Do you know what I mean? So I mean, like, so here's the things about Sonic game. Number one, Sonic game is fast. So fast, you get that kind of excitement thing, and you're kind of saying. The other thing is
like pinball.
Yeah, exactly. It's like pinball, and like it basically taking pinball into this sort of realm where you have these you have to react so quickly, and you have to know the whole level and the timing that you kind of understand it. So if you don't know that, or you didn't play the original games on the Genesis a long time ago, I kind of understand that, especially if you only play the first few levels.
But this kind of goes back to the difference between the way you and I play games, because you like to learn these skills, you like to memorize something, you like to do it over and over again, get better, and I like to explore something once. Right, like I like to have a world that I go out and I just like learn my way through it, and I find shit, I kill things, do whatever. But it's not like I don't want to do something fucking 20 times over and over and over again.
You get no joy out of learning the ability to get past a particular level. right? I mean, you don't.
Yeah, I mean,
it's a learned, it's an ingrained ability. It's supposed to like puzzle solving is a different experience in your brain, right? When you're doing something different. This one is like you're just training your reflexes until you finally get it, and it's just like, oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that doesn't get me off.
But what about the? Yeah, we'll talk about it later. What about the Sonic? Did you like them? Because I hated all of the adventure.
So I thought the thing in the speedboat was fun. I thought it was cool. We're just like going off the ramps and like
it was so boring. I mean, come on, you're like going there. You like stroke up, stroke right.
I like the boss battle. The boss battle is kind of fun where you're like trying to bounce on the dude's head and he's like circling around. And
oh god. All right, so we obviously like very different aspects of.
So the funny thing is it would end up with neither one of us liking the game.
Pretty much, yeah.
Because there's equal amounts of both. So basically, half the time I'd be hating it, half the time you'd be hating it.
So personally, I think that there are like 80% of the crap.
Yeah, it's true. Because they take longer.
Yeah,
right?
Because you have to talk to people, you have to do all this stuff, and it's
sucks.
like, come
That's
on.
fucking dumb. Where it's like you put Sonic in a room, and it's just like, talk to him, and he's like, I hope that we save the princess. You know, it's just like, what?
Sonic
How's
does
this
not.
What? This is not an RPG.
Sonic does not deserve the adventure aspect. So I have to give it a thumbs down, unfortunately. Yeah. I mean, it's Sonic. And the thing is, if you like the Sonic aspects of it, if you play just the Sonic Rush part, the first game that came out on DS, it's great.
Okay. So they just tacked a bunch of crap on that.
That's the understanding, yeah. So, but you like all that stuff, so yeah. Okay, so that's the games we've been playing. That's actually a lot.
That is, that's all we've been playing. So then,
crap, that's like 30 minutes of.
Whew. Yeah. And then the next up is the new releases. Not all that much.
Not all that much.
It's almost as if people are scared of something.
I don't know what it is, but let's take with the first game. So Jackass the game. Yeah.
Why?
Because there's a lot of people that like Jackass that have a lot of money. That
people like Jackass back when it was popular. Doesn't it have like sort of a resonance with the young 20-ish people that liked it when they were 16? Maybe.
Because I never got into Jackass personally.
But it'd be like coming out with like a Survivor game. Like, every loves Survivor. It's like every loves Survivor 3 years ago. I don't know.
So you think like maybe 2 years from now there'll be a Heroes game?
Yeah, exactly. They always fucking miss the boat. You know, they'll just be like...
Yeah. But the thing is, I bet you this might sell copies.
Yeah, it might. I mean, the thing is, what they'll probably do is they'll probably stick a label on it, like you know, extreme unrated edition, you know, like this, and they'll boobies, put some tits in it.
But the game aspects itself, from what I've read of it, it's a bunch of mini games, and the mini games all surround different stunts. Yeah. So like, what are you're launching yourself in a pile of shit.
You'll be riding down in the golf cart or in like shopping carts down a hill.
Yeah. So standard Jackass.
Yeah. I mean, I love the movies. I like the show. I think it's hilarious. I just don't know if I'm all that into the game. The game's only on PS2
and PSP.
It's only on one relevant platform.
Just because you don't own the PSP doesn't mean you need to do the hate.
I'm biased.
Yes.
Oh no. So why only PS2? That's weird.
Well, PS2 because there's probably 80,000 billion of them out there, and
they said 110 million install base. Wow. 110 million.
That sounds actually kind of low. I would have expected more.
Oh really?
Yeah. Because I remember they were like touting their 100 million sold, but yeah, Jackass game. I don't want to talk too much about it. It's a bunch of mini games themed around that. It doesn't sound interesting to me. I don't think I'll play it.
I probably won't either.
But the next game. I probably won't play
either because it's just we already have these games.
Yeah,
right?
So it's a DDR Dance Dance Revolution Hottest Party, but it's on the Wii. And did you hear what they do with it?
Mm-mm.
So it's your standard dance pad, so you have to buy yet another dance pad. And
it's just like Guitar Hero, man. They're just fucking us on every console. You gotta buy a new guitar.
I know. It's just like I have a PS2. I had a PS2 which broke.
Yeah.
Then I bought the Xbox pad.
Yeah.
And then I bought the thick red octane version of the Xbox pad that did all three.
Yeah.
And to buy this game, I would have to buy a Wii version.
God.
I don't even know if it's wireless or not.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
I don't know.
Would that be funny if it's just like a pad that you just like jack your Wiimote into and it just sends the shit back to the TV?
That would be pretty hilarious, actually, if they did that. Cool, but even so, regardless, the thing is, you need the Wii because what you're doing is you're dancing, you're doing all your standard Asian whatever influence moves, and then you do this.
No way, you gotta dance?
Yes. Well, you gotta use the Wiimote.
So the whole time you gotta hold a fucking Wiimote.
Yes. So they have moves where you're doing this, you're doing that, you're doing the John Travolta.
No.
Yeah.
No. Do the Zorro.
Do the locomotion. The locomotion. I don't even know what that is.
You do the what's that fucking
mashed potato.
What's that game that we saw with the
No, we'll talk about that. We'll do the
yes.
We'll do that move.
But do the Bachelor.
You do the Married.
You do the Choke-a-Bitch.
That'd be awesome.
right.
Okay, so Dance Dance Revolution. I don't think we played that game.
Yeah, I mean,
sorry.
I really like the one on on 360.
360
it looks really nice.
It's good, but
the songs aren't great.
No, I mean the thing is, like me, I took the 360 one, I took the USB, and I plugged it into my PC, and I'm playing Stepmania.
Nice. Yeah,
which has
Stepmania is cool.
all of the songs.
That's very cool.
I don't know if that's legal or not, but anyhow, it has all the songs.
Other people are definitely playing Stepmania.
Yes,
I'm
definitely.
not sure if
Yes.
Yuzo is. So next up, hey, Left Behind Eternal Forces expansion.
Yeah, we gave this a great review last time, didn't we?
So they're expanding Left Behind. I think this time Jesus goes out and kicks ass and takes names.
Are you sure, like, Satan doesn't come and then, like, you play as Satan this time, and it's kind of like
maybe
the
evil version of it? I think you're like Noah with like water weapons, and you're like shooting water out your hands.
Yes.
Eternal
Forces. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't even know what that means. It's like the old the old cartoons with like all the super buddies.
Super Friends?
Super Friends.
Yeah.
It'd just be like,
form of water. Yeah, I don't...
We have no fucking clue what this game is about, and nobody cares because it's for fundamentalist shitbags.
You know what they did, though?
What's that?
I heard they're sending copies to the people in Iraq. To the soldiers in Iraq. They're saying, look, we support the troops. We're going to send you this shitty game
that hurts
for
me.
you to play.
I support the troops. It's like, we all support the troops, but this game sucks.
Give them Halo. That's what they want.
Yeah, that's right.
They want
Send
Halo.
Some fucking Halo over there.
Not Eternal
Left
Forces.
Behind Eternal Forces. It's based on such a shitty line of books anyway.
You know you're going to play it.
I probably won't, actually. I seriously, it wasn't funny enough. Like it was funny to talk about it once on the thing, but
the second time, the humor value has just been reeked out of it.
It's such a terrible game.
It'd be like kicking a dead horse. Yeah. The dog.
So, fuck that game.
Okay, so the next game up is Company of Heroes Opposing Fronts.
So what's that all about?
So this one was Company of Heroes was kind of like the big, huge RTS on the PC that was World War II themed. Yeah. But kind of different. Yeah. They changed the thing, and I kind of liked it, but I stopped playing after 4. I think I gave it a thumbs down because I couldn't get into it.
Yeah,
it was still RTS-y enough for me. But they have a new expansion. So for the people out there that like RTSs, that like the style, definitely give it a try. I don't think I'll be playing it unless somebody gives it to me for free. Maybe I'll play it if somebody gives it to me for free.
I don't know much about it. I mean, like the whole World War II thing is
but that's with FPS is. This is different.
Yeah, that's true.
And you won't play an RTS, right?
RTS. But this is the one that you're saying that there's just a couple people, right? Did we talk about this before, or is this a different one?
Where
it's just where you only have a couple
No,
of
that's
units?
World in Conflict, which I still haven't played because it's expensive and I haven't been playing a lot of other games, so... sorry about that. Maybe if somebody gives me a multiplayer trial code, which I know you get with the game. So.
Nice.
We'll see how that goes. I think is that it?
I think that's it for new releases. There's nothing else coming out that's important. I
remember hearing something about something kind of big, but...
Ola.
No,
what
was it? That's
right. It's Halo, bitches.
We got it today, this morning.
Got our launch copies.
That's right. We didn't get the limited edition nor the cat helmet version. If we did, we would be taking one of Tobin's cats
and just fucking put in the little cat. Yeah. So we got Halo. It's Halo.
It's Halo.
What are you gonna say?
Played a little bit. I mean, we're gonna have basically a Halo extravaganza next week when we play because we can't talk about it now. Right?
So the only thing I'll say is that I came home from work early today.
You mean you went to work, picked up it from your friend who bought it for you because you don't want to.
These are all details that we're not going to go into.
You went home to work from home.
So I'm just saying, I got to play today, and as soon as I hopped online, I was going to do single player. And all the fucking NooBTooB army descended.
Oh, that's awesome.
It was like Misery, Krydek, and Sunflower. All three of us.
4-player?
4-player fucking co-op. So we just hopped. I'm not going to talk. We'll talk about it next week.
But it was fun.
It was awesome. It was really fun.
That's what we're waiting for, dude. 4-player co-op.
That's what I'm talking about.
Are you going to do any multiplayer though?
Why would I bother?
Why would you bother? Okay, so after we're done recording,
I'll play multiplayer.
You better stay your fuck up because I want to play.
It's on tonight.
It's on tonight. So a couple of lucky...
I'm telling you, we're going to have no problem. We're going to hop online tonight. There's going to be a shitload of NooBTubers on. We'll just fucking fill the party up.
Dude, like all those people that were saying that they couldn't get Halo 2, fuck that, dude. It's still available in stores. Yeah. So don't worry about it at all.
Yep. So that is it for the new releases.
Okay.
Mostly Halo 3.
Mostly Halo 3.
Everybody's running scared. So next week, I mean, we
do have some cool stuff next week.
Yeah, middle to end of October starts getting crazy.
Absolutely. Oh, Legend of Zelda Phantom Hourglass.
Ooh. And Ratchet.
October, when is that? Early October?
October 26th.
Yeah, so it's late.
It's not for a while.
Dude.
It could be in internet time, that's dude, like a year from now.
I'm like getting married right after that, dude. I'm not going to be able to play.
Oh. Bummer, dude.
Yeah, you have to tell me all about it.
Luckily, I'm getting married when no games come out. I timed my wedding perfectly around the dead zone of summer.
What was I thinking?
Yep,
what was I thinking? That's awesome.
You gotta think ahead.
All right, so that's it for site news. We're doing pretty good on time. The first thing, we have a NooBTooB book club.
NooBTooB book club.
Ultimate History of Video Games by Stephen L. Kent.
Yes. So,
have you started yet?
I haven't. I literally just got this yesterday.
Awesome. Okay, so I think the plan was we were going to say you had last week to actually go get it.
Yeah.
So the next 2 weeks, because this thing is, holy crap, this
it's really big.
600 pages, and it's small type, not very many pictures.
Yeah. So what's nice is on Amazon it was like $12.
Yeah, like 13
free
something.
shipping,
yeah,
all this stuff. So it's not too bad, and we encourage people to read here at NooBTooB.
Yes. Not just read the little text that shows up on your video screens during RPGs, because we skip that stuff.
Yeah. I mean, I get Playboy for the articles, but I'm just saying people should read other things.
Yes. And if it's video game related, this actually, so I've read this book already. You need to start it.
I've never read it.
But it is an amazing history of video games, and it starts from the beginning, goes all the way up to, I think, PS2-ish time.
So we've got a forum topic on the forums. People are going to go on and start discussing it.
2 people have already bought it. At least 2 people.
So. And we'll be on there discussing it with them this week. So
absolutely.
Hop on the forums, buy the book, and get fucking edumacated. Read a book, sucker.
That's right, dude, because you can't appreciate video games fully unless you know the history.
And unless you can read the dialogue. Literacy is good.
Literacy is great. Of course, you can still get a lot of enjoyment out of imports.
Yeah, that's true.
Without playing. Yeah.
So speaking of illiteracy.
Illiteracy, yes.
There's some people on YouTube. Oh,
are we going to talk about the hate? They're going to talk about the hate?
Man, you people.
Yeah.
Not all of you. 99% of the people on YouTube.
That comment on our videos are actually pretty...
People come in, they're like, awesome episode, blah, blah, blah. They'll even be like, we agree, I disagree with you, but here's my thoughts.
Yeah, or like, I didn't like your review here, I like the game. It's just like, I would definitely disagree with 99% of YouTube are literate, right?
NooBTooB viewers on YouTube.
Yes.
So let me read a couple by somebody we're not going to say his name, but we had a couple people this week. I think it was Heavenly Sword triggered it.
Of course.
So Heavenly Sword,
It's Heavenly Sword coupled with Warhawk, because we gave both a bad review because they're both not great games.
Right.
Honestly,
in our opinion,
they're not. In our opinion, they're not great.
They're getting reviews higher than they should, in my opinion, in the reviewing press. But anyway, so we got these dudes. You guys suck, and you can tell you're biased as well. You spent so long making negatives, but Heavenly Sword couldn't come up with one positive, not even the graphics. Blah, 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 blah. And then he went on. This is the best part.
Like 20 different.
These people just commented. There's one dude that just commented fucking 10 times.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's like, I guess I'm just used to fair reviews from the big sites like IGN and GameSpot. Oh, really?
So we kind of know where this guy's coming from.
Yeah.
The thing is, I can kind of place him right away. I know he complained about our Warhawk and our Heavenly Sword review, i.e.
PS3
Sony fanboy.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, right? He didn't like it. And the thing is, we've, wrecked on a bunch of 360 games, but, he didn't mention that. Mm-hmm. We wrecked on a bunch of DS games, of all this other stuff. And I think we said we liked a couple of PS3 games, so whatever. Doesn't matter.
We talk shit about bad games.
Absolutely.
But we get these people, it's like as soon as you shit on something, they're just like...
Rogue Galaxy.
Yeah, Rogue Galaxy. They're like, why don't you like Sony? It's like, well, we love Sony when they make good stuff.
Absolutely. Odin Sphere, remember that one?
Sphere. Man, people. When we shit on games, man, people will search for the game term. They'll find our review and they're like, oh, no!
Oh, my God! Yeah, it was like we hurt their feelings. It's like with our opinions. I'm sorry, guys.
Sorry.
But anyhow.
Heavenly Sword is not a good game.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the thing is, it's a rental, maybe, right?
Yeah. And the thing is, the guy was like, you didn't find one positive, and I don't think...
You talked about the graphics, though. We said the graphics look nice. So.
But I don't think that it's our job to find positives in games we didn't enjoy, right? Like, we illustrate the positives and the negatives.
Yeah.
But what I said about that game was, I played it, I did not enjoy it.
Yeah. Exactly.
Despite how pretty it was.
Absolutely. And, we could do the whole thing where we're, going over, okay, here's the sound. Let's talk about the sound. Yeah. Here's the gameplay. And the thing is, we are trying to get away from the standard, stuff you find in IGN. We're trying to get away from that whole thing. We're just let's talk about how the games make us feel.
Right. We're not down with, 8.5.
Yeah, fuck that shit. It's do we recommend it? Do we say you should play this game? Or we not? So, and that's what we're going to try to do.
Yep.
Sorry.
And you know what? If you don't like it, don't spend 10 comments posting. Go the fuck away.
Actually, you can, because it'll just up our comment count. So that's actually kind of good.
That's true. We dig the NooBTooB army.
Yes, it's awesome. Last thing is, of course, the NooBTooB Street Team. We announced it sort of, but let's make our official announcement this week.
All right.
So we are doing the NooBTooB Street Team. There's going to be a forum topic. There's going to be a link to all of the posters that everybody has made so far.
Yeah.
And what we're asking for people to do is put them up in your place of business.
Yep.
Where you go to school. Maybe.
Put them up at your LAN parties.
Your LAN parties or whatever.
Your favorite video game shop if they'll let you put it up?
Absolutely.
So we printed out the winner, Gwinster's poster here. So
it's awesome.
It is really cool. We posted it up last week during the episode. So we got this. We're going to put it up. I'm probably going to put it up at work.
That'd be awesome.
You know, it looks really nice, and you can Xerox the shit out of it, put it around everywhere. So what we want people to do, post these up somewhere cool, take a picture yourself
of
with
them
it.
with it, going like.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Different
that
poses.
is fucking awesome. Just get your pose with it, do whatever. You know, like you could do that with the merch too if you want to do it with a shirt.
Oh
do
yeah,
whatever.
definitely.
We love the community. We love all the fucking NooBToobers like on the forums and on YouTube and everywhere. You guys are awesome, and we want to put more pictures of you guys in each episode. Where it's like, here's the community part of the episode. We do the voicemails. We want to be like, here's the faces of the fans.
Exactly. You can say like, here's your forum name and all this other cool stuff. So definitely go through. We're gonna have the forum post up your picture there and we'll probably, if we get a bunch of them, we'll just pick the most unique.
Yeah,
so
we'll put a couple up every week.
Yeah, definitely. So
like.
that's the street team, and hopefully you guys help us out. That'd be awesome.
Yeah. So next up is listener homework. Sunflower got an interesting one this time.
I had a hard time coming up with an answer for this one.
It's a little tough. So his question was, what are your short and long-term gaming goals?
Yeah.
For example.
So what did he say? He said he's trying to beat 2 million in Geometry Wars.
Right.
Which is not even close to beating my score yet. But somebody beat my score. We talked about that, didn't we?
I don't know.
Yeah, so somebody beat my score.
On the NooBTooB army?
Yeah. Well,
nice.
I think so.
Okay.
So he's like, he has 3.5 million.
On your friends list?
On my friends list.
Ooh, you burnt!
Yeah.
Is that going to make you go back and fight?
I'm trying, but it's hard. Like I'm so out of. Like I played a little bit.
Gotta get back in it.
I gotta get back in it. But there's too many great games, so I think I'll wait till after December.
Yeah.
And then during the lull, and I'll go crazy on that.
Yep.
But that's his short-term goal. His long-term goal was like to finish some game. I forget it. But
I would say one of my short-term goals is to beat Halo 3 on Legendary with co-op. Like get some people put on the fucking hardest level. And
are you playing Did you play Legendary today?
We tried Heroic today.
So what are the levels? I forget. Is it
just like normal, Heroic, Legendary.
Okay,
There's probably wussy pants.
So do you want to start tonight? You want to try Legendary?
Sure, why not?
Because somebody on the forums already said, it took me 3 hours to do Chapter 1 on Legendary.
Oh, Jesus. I don't know about that.
Yeah, so we'll see.
Okay, well, anyway, that's one of my short-term goals. Long-term goals, it's harder. I don't know what that... I mean, like, I would like to beat Final Fantasy 13 if it's any good.
Yeah, but that's like it's like longer term. Like, what is something that you're trying to do?
I don't know.
Like, do you want to, enjoy a different genre, perhaps? Or, I don't know, increase your knowledge on something?
I'll think about it. I'll go to the forums. I'll think about it. I'll drop my thoughts. I mean, you got a long-term goal?
So I have a short-term goal first. My short-term goal is definitely to try to get better at either Enemy Territory Quake Wars, TF2, or Call of Duty 4.
Like
I need to pick one.
Pick one, and then just get good at it.
And I have a hard time picking. So actually, maybe you guys can let me know which one I should do, because I really love Enemy Territory Quake Wars, and I'm starting to really love Team Fortress 2, and Call of Duty is just awesome. So I don't know which one to pick.
Well, whichever one we got more NooBToobers playing on, you could get on and get some good games.
But I don't know yet, because they're all different betas, and people are either, whatever.
Yeah, so let us know. Let us know which ones you guys like best. Give us a call or email.
Yeah, let me know. So that's my short-term goal. My long-term goal is just to get, for the next year, or not even next year, actually the next 6 months, is to be able to maintain my sanity between playing all of these different games that we have to do.
Yeah.
Get married. Deal with my job, which I have a huge goal to do this year.
Yeah.
And potentially move.
Yeah.
And then go to Japan. So in the next 4 or 5 months, I'm gonna
keeping your sanity
and do NooBTooB.
And do NooBTooB, which is a full-time job in and of itself.
So that's my
an
goal.
Interesting one.
Maintain my sanity.
Balance your gaming with your life. Yeah,
that's gonna be tough, dude. Halo 3.
Whew.
I'm gonna be up to 6 a.m.
Probably so.
At least.
So and then the gaming club. We finally got a new retro gaming club.
Yes, that's awesome. Unreal but I haven't played this one. Unreal Championships 2, the Leandri something or other.
Okay.
I think it's on Xbox. It might be on other ones, but I think the picture that we saw was Xbox. So give it a try.
Okay. Yeah. So hop on the forums. Yet again, there's gonna be a new topic. Go to the forums and discuss Unreal Championship 2.
Absolutely.
And that's it. So
that's it. We got voicemails.
We got
a ton of voicemails.
Ton of voicemails as usual.
Dude, we're getting almost 20 a day, or 20 a week rather.
So I've actually started to see people commenting on the forums and on YouTube like, "Hey guys, I called in with a question. You didn't play it." It's like,
oh.
So we're getting about 20 a week now, and we pick the ones that we think are most interesting or most
the ones we haven't answered before, things like that. And we have room for 5 to 8, depending on length.
So we'll try and put you in, but keep coming up with great questions. We love all the calls.
Oh, and on a side note, since I am going to be on my honeymoon in October sometime, what I want to do is during that week that I'm not here, I think we'll just do a call-in show with all the ones that didn't get played or something like that. Yeah. So we'll have something. We're going to have these things. So don't.
And that's the thing is, if you guys got some really interesting questions, we'll tell you before we do the call-in show. Yes. Make sure you call in then, and we'll just spend the whole episode just talking about shit.
Yeah, and it won't be a full hour long. It'll be 20 or 30 minutes.
Whatever.
Yeah.
So first up is Rasket, who I haven't heard from for a while, man.
And I love your fucking accent.
Yo, what's up, too? This is Rasket from the forums. Rasket with a PH. I just wanted to know what you guys TGS, how that went down this year. There's quite a lot of nice stuff there, I thought. A couple of nice RPGs coming out for both 360 and the PS3. But the Final Fantasy 13 trailer hasn't been released yet, so I can't comment on that, but I expect that to be rather exciting. So yeah, what did you think of TGC? Yow!
Yow, indeed. That's awesome. TGS, I guess.
TGS.
Tokyo Game Show. You know something? I think I want to go next year.
Really?
I think I do. I mean, we have a whole year now, right?
So our buddy went 2 years ago.
Yeah. Who? Adam. Yeah. And that tour.
He said it was fun. He said it was really funny. It was like huge. It's just like 150,000 people.
I know. So that's the thing. I think if I say like I want to go down,
Japanese people kind of like video games.
You think?
Like a couple of them.
I think mostly RPGs though.
Yeah,
definitely. and girlfriend simulators,
breast simulators, breast physics. They get independent breast movement.
Dead or Alive 2 Extreme.
Yes.
But yeah, no. I think if I want to do, I mean, you figure if I say it now, then I'll just say I'm going to do PAX and I'm going to do Tokyo Game Show.
Yeah.
So
hard to say.
Would you do it? Would you go too?
I don't know. I gotta look.
Put it in your head. I'm gonna plant the seed.
All right. I would like to go. I really wanted to go back to Japan.
Can you imagine if we did a live show
from TGS? That'd be the shit.
Yeah. So we should think about it. But TGS, I saw a bunch of videos. So like, there's a bunch of different videos.
What's that one you showed me? No More Heroes.
No More Heroes by Suda51. These are the guys that did Killer 7, which was a pretty wacky one. I didn't play it, but I've heard a lot of things about it. This game is on the Wii, and it's weird. Fucked up.
That's fucking strange. So this guy's got like
a lightsaber.
A lightsaber / halogen light. Because his sword just looks like a halogen light.
Yeah, because it's got the bulb and the two ends. Absolutely.
And he's just going around whipping shit, and like you can apparently like. You know, like the controls will show up on screen to like shake it.
And I think it's to recharge your sword. There's a special thing where you have to do you have to recharge your sword.
Okay.
And you were like looking at him like, whoa, what just happened?
Yeah. Because they'll go to the recharging screen. He'll be like, recharge.
And he's doing this.
Yeah.
With his sword, and it's like, do you have to do that?
Naughty.
Do you have to do that with a Wiimote?
Yeah, probably. Probably.
That's
like, oh, I gotta recharge my sword. Oh.
Yeah, and not only that,
take a little gaming break.
You know, if they actually added stuff within the game to make it, but
very weird.
Very weird. But the other thing was, do you know how you save?
How?
You go to a porta potty, and it shows you sitting down on the crapper and break out something, and that's how you save.
So what's up with the breaking out? It's like with Metal Gear Solid, with like look at pornography to get health back. Like what the hell is Japanese people with the magazines?
Oh, I don't know if it's porn, but I mean, you just.
But either way, the point is like reading magazines to make shit happen in games is kind of weird.
Yeah.
But it looks cool. I seriously I would like. You and I were talking about this when we were watching the video. I was like, this could either be crappy or really fun because it's really.
I think it was like you said, it was going to be either genius or retarded.
Genius or stupid as hell.
Absolutely. I don't know. I mean, I'm excited. I mean,
it's hard to tell.
Killer 7 was basically said that it was really cool looking, but it was flawed.
Okay.
So I have a feeling this could probably be the same thing, but hell, I'm going to play this game.
It looked cool.
It's all cel-shaded, and you're totally gory on the Wii.
Yeah.
I mean, dude.
A lot of sword fighting, better than Red Steel, probably.
There's White Knight, which we'll talk about as another call-in. I have my comments on that.
Yeah. So he was expecting another trailer for... Because there was already one trailer. There's only one trailer out there for Final Fantasy 13.
I know. Why wouldn't there be?
But no, I'm just saying. Like, apparently they were expecting one. Maybe there wasn't one.
There wasn't one. They showed a bunch. They showed Infinite Discovery, which looks pretty interesting.
Yeah.
I'm kind of excited about that.
It's a little troublesome. They won't show any gameplay from Final Fantasy 13. That's a little disturbing because they've been talking about that shit for like 2 years.
Doesn't really matter. It'll just be like 90% cutscenes anyways,
that's true.
and full motion video. What else did I see? Metal Gear Solid looks hot. Looks very hot. Metal Gear Solid Online,
that
I don't know.
30-minute walkback that they did, it was one of the coolest things I've ever seen.
E3?
Yeah, like E3, their walkthrough was just amazing. So, was there news from TGS? Like,
there's a lot of news. I mean, there was a lot of big stuff. They're releasing another sequel to that Professor Layton game, which hasn't come out here yet.
Okay.
Did you hear about that one? It's the one where it's all puzzle games.
Okay.
So like, the mental things, like that one card game we played. Was it Purple City?
Yeah.
So it's like that, but it's in a DS game.
Oh.
So like they'll show something like, oh, you have to do something. Oh, here's a bunch of weights and make them weigh the same.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah. So it's been in Japan. They're already releasing the sequel, but it hasn't come out here yet. I'm excited about that.
We like puzzles. We're not that dumb. Please give us cool games. Japan.
Yeah, unfortunately, we didn't do like a TGS specific one because the thing is, a lot of the news was the same, and a lot of the news was a bunch of games that haven't come out or will not come out.
Yeah, that's the problem with Tokyo Game Show.
Yeah, Gallop Racer 6 or whatever.
And then the next up is Red Stapler, who called in a couple times, trying to get his story straight. We're not going to make fun of you so bad like we used to do with Omega.
Maybe in our call-in show.
Maybe the call-in show. So here's a good story we got going on here.
Hey, NooBTooB, this is Red Stapler. The South Peak game you're talking about was Two Worlds, which is a piece of ass, and the Zelda theme goes kind of like doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Anyways, back to my question. Back when I was like 10 years ago, when I was like 7, I used to play Final Fantasy 7 all the time. I was really into that kind of stuff, and I was stuck on this underwater boss, and he shot a laser out of his eyes and like would kill me every time. So I was eating mac and cheese one day at lunch, and I was about to kill him, and I ate up all my mac and cheese, and I got really excited. And just as I was about to kill the guy, I burped really loudly when I was on my feet, and I threw up all over my controller, and I lost the battle, and I got really pissed off. So I guess my question is to you, what's the hardest boss you ever fought in any game you've ever played? For me, it would definitely be Final Fantasy 7, the Emerald Omega weapon from the underwater who shot a laser out of his crotch and killed my whole team. Anyways, looking forward to hearing your next week's show. This is Red Stapler out. Yow!
What? So you gotta watch out for those bosses that shoot lasers out of their crotches. They are badass.
I think that he kind of went toe-to-toe with your Wet in the Pants story.
No.
Dude, yakking on your own controller, that thing's going to smell forever.
That's not as embarrassing.
It's not as embarrassing, but it's
regret doing that, actually.
It's so gross.
Yeah, it's true. Now, see, if you did it and then did it on your sister, that'd be pretty funny.
I don't like where this is going at all.
Yeah.
So... that's fucked up.
Yeah, that's pretty messed up. Hardest boss? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
EverQuest, a bunch of like hard bosses that I fought there in a plane of hate.
Yeah, I'm much more interested in the story that he told because that is messed up. I mean, like Final Fantasy VII was hard. That game was hard.
I never got past the second disc. I never finished it.
Yeah. I think I don't think I finished it. I think I got to the fourth disc.
Fourth?
On the PC there was 4.
Really?
Yeah.
Weird.
Maybe.
You sure?
Maybe there was a bonus disc. Maybe I was on the third disc.
Probably the third disc. But are you going to play the Final Fantasy remake when it eventually comes out?
They're not ever doing it.
They've remade every single one. And they haven't done 7 yet.
I will tell you right now, if they redo 7, I will play that shit because that is
serious.
That was seriously. I can go back and play the original now.
Now, is that the same as your claim that I'm going to finish every single Final Fantasy?
It's not the same because Final Fantasy 7 is like it's got part of my heart. Like I still to this day like I'll like accomplish something at my house, like unlock something. I'm like it's just like Final Fantasy 7 is one of the greatest games ever.
So we will record that now for posterity.
Yes.
He will finish.
Yes.
He will finish Final Fantasy VII when it comes out as a remake.
God, I hope they remake that. That'd be so awesome.
Yeah.
That'd be so awesome.
They need to. Well, you know they're going to. Dude, did you hear about the PSP?
They've only done like through 3 though.
Did you hear about the PSP thing? So they just released Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core on the PSP. So it's like basically the story before 7. So you actually might want to play that actually.
Dude, I played the other ones, like the PS2 one, Final Fantasy VII. PS2, like it was action.
Oh, those other ones, it wasn't very good?
It was terrible.
So, but get this with this. They sold this with the game, the PSP with the game, and that week, it outsold the DS.
Oh.
That's huge!
They could have probably just sold Final Fantasy VII without that game. I mean, like,
well, they did too, right?
Yeah.
But they sold bundles as well. So people that didn't buy PSPs, they love this game.
Well, all the
Final
movies
Fantasy
in Japan, right? All the movies that they keep making off Final Fantasy VII are based off...
Did you like Advent Children?
I did.
You did? Okay,
it was really, it was cool. It was really cool. I could let you borrow it. I got the DVD.
Spirits Within?
Not so much. That was, but that didn't even really follow the games. It was just kind of
exactly,
off in its own.
And like, yeah, it looked beautiful, but it was just
Advent Children was fun. I really liked that.
All right, so next up,
Kashi.
Hey guys, it's Kashi from the forums, and well, I wanted to do this with a video viewer mail, but couldn't get it to work, so I'm doing this. But this is a response to the listener homework. How frustrated have you ever gotten at a game? Here's my story. I was playing my Game Boy Advance one day, and I got kind of ticked off. So I jammed a screwdriver in the side of the D-pad and ripped it out. Then I went and got a hammer and nail and nailed the Game Boy to my wall. Still there. So, yeah, that's my story. Yow!
That sounds a little hard to believe.
I'm calling hijinks.
I'm calling shenanigans.
Shenanigans.
So pictures or didn't happen?
Yeah. We're calling your bluff right now. We're saying...
Or video. Even better. Video.
Video or pictures. Show us this fucking GBA nailed to wall. Otherwise, you are a liar, sir!
And it better not be like a brand new GBSP with a little...
He's like, well, they called my bluff. He goes and buys one, fucking nails it to the wall.
That would be hilarious, but that wouldn't count.
Yeah.
So,
you'd be really dumb to do that.
Gee, would you ever do that?
I've been mad at games. Like I've talked about before, I've snapped controllers, but it wasn't like an act of vindictiveness. It was just that I got so into it.
But I'd be so sad afterwards. I'd be like, I can't play any more games.
Yeah, no way. Especially because if it was a boss you couldn't get past, if you break the game, you'll never get past it.
Maybe he's like totally rich and his dad buys him 5.
He unwraps the next one. He's like, smash. He goes through 5 a day.
Yes, very good, Kashi, Mr. Rich Kid.
Yeah, Kashi Rich. So next one up is Gangsta. Gangsta.
Hey NooBTooB, this is Gangster240212 from the United Kingdom, and in episode 50 for the E3 one, you guys said if there's going to be any other games for the Wii Zapper, there is Ghost Squad. It's a bit like Time Crisis, and my question is, what is your most satisfactory game moment you've ever had? Right, yow!
Yes.
So,
British children yowling.
My question to him is, what happened to the other 24,011 gangsters?
Yeah, it's like you're giving out a zip code, man.
I know.
I would like to know the story behind your number, because that's really long.
I didn't think there were that many gangsters in the UK.
Well, I mean, I'm Tobin.
Blokes,
I'm Tobin 84733.
You're Tobin 00.
Yeah. I'm the primordial Tobin.
You can't even if you were Tobin 000, you'd be more zero.
I got more zero. The story with that is actually back to AOL.
Are you serious?
Back in like early 90s.
I'm surprised it's not Prodigy or something.
I signed up for AOL.
And there was another.
There's already a Tobin. So I went Tobin 00, and I've used that for the rest of my life.
Why didn't you do Tobin 0? Was that taken?
I don't know. I was like 12.
It was like an accident. You hit 0.
I probably hit it twice.
That's hilarious.
You get locked into these things.
So Ghost Squad on the Wii, I think...
that game is awesome in the
arcade. I really liked it. It's really good,
That's the one where it's like, you'll get to a thing that's like, do you want to go left or right or center right? It's like, oh, that's fun.
As far as shooting games, I mean, it's not as good as Time Crisis. Don't get me wrong. It's not as good as Time Crisis.
Adrian and I beat it, though. Adrian and I went to Ghost Squad.
Oh, yeah,
We beat that last time we were at Dave & Buster's. Man, Dave & Buster's is the shit.
Oh yeah, no, I like it. But the thing is, like, I'm waiting for either what is that, Police Trainer?
Yeah, Police Trainer.
Virtual Cop.
Yeah,
those are my two.
I like Police Trainer better.
Really? That's the one that's like more.
Oh wait, no. What's the one where you lean? That one sucks.
Oh, that's the
911.
No, fuck that. That was terrible. But no. Virtual Cop, I really like.
Okay,
that's like my favorite one.
Yeah, I remember that one.
But yeah, best game moment. I don't know. I mean, like these sorts of questions, we
talk about it when it happens.
Yeah, we'll talk about it.
But yeah, so I'm digging the Ghost Squad on the Wii. I didn't even hear about that.
No.
So thank you for letting us know about that. I'm pumped. That game is fucking awesome. So next one up is Barkley Jr.
Hey guys, it's Barkley Jr. from the forums. Just wanted to say how I've been watching since episode 35. And I've got about 8 people watching you guys on YouTube. And hopefully they'll be joining me when I come to PAX and check everything out with you guys. Other than that, keep up the good work. See you guys later. Yo.
Nice. So, 8 guys, that's awesome.
That is very cool. We dig that, man. Like we've gotten a lot of people on the forums and wherever else where they're like, oh, I've told my friends, they watch it too. I've got some coworkers that are like, oh, I told my husband he likes games.
Yeah.
He's watching it now.
And like one of our like top, like in our refers and our logs are like male. So I think people are either forwarding links to friends, and people are clicking. Because all I see is like, live.mail or like yahoo.mail.
That's cool. So people are just like, check this out. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So thank you.
That's awesome.
And that'd be awesome if you came to PAX last year. This year we had a couple more people than last year. Next year we want it to be like 10 times as many.
I want 30 people.
Bring it.
That would be awesome.
We had a good time this year.
Oh, yeah, it was great.
And I want
Cubicle?
more.
Hello?
Cubicle. We learned about the greatest game ever made.
Absolutely. We should have a Cubicle Fest.
Yes.
Next week.
Or some live playthrough.
And I think he's in like San Jose, so that's some local representation.
Yes.
So I hope by next year, sometime in 2008, I want to do a live show.
Yes, I would love to do a live show.
A local live show. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, let's bring it. So next up is Hakumas.
Yo, this is Akumas, man. I love you guys' show. Anyway, I noticed you guys have ill love towards JRPGs, but I don't know if you guys ever heard of this game called White Knight Story from Level 5 for PS3. I think you guys should search it up, look at the video at YouTube, and you will see how great this RPG is. Anyway, yow.
White Knight Story. We actually talked a lot about that during our E3. I think.
Yes.
They had a video of it, and we were like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah.
Remember that game? It was
yeah.
Like, it was
It looked
awesome.
fantastic. It looked really reactive.
So did you watch the trailers now?
No.
Okay, so I did. I'm now a little scared. You want to know why?
Why?
They talk a lot. So it's like they show the battle, and then they show them, looking like cool, like, oh my god, I can't believe, blah, blah, all that stuff that they do with the standard Japanese stuff, and it's like, that's going to kill it for me.
That's the way I've played RPGs where after every random battle, they'll have like a winning sequence where it's like the camera rotates around the people and they're like, yay!
Yep.
You're like, do you understand that I have to play probably 10,000 battles between beginning and end? Like,
absolutely.
no, don't do that. Don't make me watch the same thing that many times.
And the other thing that they do that I know is like like JRPGs always do that piss me off.
What's that?
When you turn into a white knight, which is basically like you turning into this huge knight. It's like similar like what those old Japanese shows where they turn into the big robot. Then you turn into a big white knight. It takes like a minute. It's the animation where like, you know what I mean?
At least put an option in to skip it. At least put
you
an option
probably can, but even so, it's just like...
Yeah, don't make us skip it.
Don't make us skip it.
Yeah.
So like, they do that. It's like, people need to look at Persona 3, which is the last JRPG I enjoyed, and they need to figure that out.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Next one up is Halo 3 Rocks Your Socks.
Yeah, he's not biased.
Hey, this is Halo 3 Rocks Your Socks. I was just wondering how you guys thought Killzone would compare up to Halo 3. What do you guys think? I think Halo will own. I'm not gonna yell though. I'm gonna bow, bitch.
All right then.
Aren't you a foul-mouthed little tyke?
I just can't believe how many young kids are listening to this show.
I love that there's like a bunch of 13-year-olds with terrible, filthy, rotten mouths listening to the show.
It's all
like,
your fault.
Seriously, they're going to school, they're like, fuck you, bitch! Like, where'd you learn that? I learned it from NooBTooB, it's not my fault!
Yeah, we're gonna get Jack Thompson on our ass,
yeah,
I'm sure.
Seriously.
But what is this question like?
Killzone.
Yeah, Killzone. Killzone looks really pretty.
Yeah.
I don't think the gameplay will be there because Killzone 1's gameplay wasn't there.
So, the thing that I saw last time I watched Killzone that I thought looked really stupid was that it took forever to hammer on enemies. Where you'd just be like, you'd like empty like 3 clips into them to kill them.
Oh, kind of like Uncharted?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
But with Halo 3, I can tell you already from what I've played so far is the enemies are fair.
And does it feel like when you're shooting them, like you're shooting them?
It makes a difference.
Okay, good,
you're like,
good.
Brap, and like headshots matter, that kind of stuff.
Cool. So they did a good job there.
I'm just basing this on videos. I won't say for sure.
Absolutely. I mean, we're going to hold our judgment until Killzone comes out, but based off of previous experience, if you compare Halo 2 versus Killzone 1, Halo 2 kind of won. I mean, just in general.
Kind of. It's like one of the most popular video games of all time.
Yeah.
So, most people have never heard of Killzone.
The thing is, Halo 3 has delivered, and it has like the map editor, it has all the movies, it has all sorts of stuff, so like, come on, Killzone's going to look pretty. Yeah. It's going to like really work your PS3, but...
Yeah, hopefully it'll be really fun. We'll play it when it comes out.
I have a PS3, so I want it to be fun. Please be fun.
Yes, please. So then I think we're going to go straight to Meko. So the last one up is Meko.
Yeah, that other one will be very long.
Hi, it's Meko from the forums. Just wanted to ask, who came up with the idea for NooBTooB, and how did you come up with the name NooBTooB? Oh, and here's the solo theme. Do 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 do. Oh, and that's all for me. I love your show. Yow.
Oh, that was fun. A little sing-along.
Yes, a little sing-along. Yes, Zelda's theme song. Do you have a question?
NooBTooB. Yeah, why did we start it? So
do you want to tell the real story or the fake story?
I don't know.
So my understanding is like we were invited, or we got into the Xbox Live Arcade Wednesday when they launched the Xbox Live Arcade Wednesdays, and it was like a big party in San Francisco. Yeah. They had a bunch of stuff, and we went there. We're like, yeah, we got in. We got all this free swag. Yeah. We got free drinks.
That was awesome.
That was awesome. Free food. And we were like, how do we get more of these?
Yeah, so we're just like, we want to come to this. We want to be part of this.
Hell yeah.
And the other part of it is that you and I were talking about it. We listened to some gaming podcasts.
Oh my
we're like,
God, yeah.
Wow, these guys suck asshole, and we could do it better.
A lot better.
So we're just like, and we love video games.
How hard could it be?
Yeah, how hard could it a year later and 11 billion hours of work.
Yes,
and then the third part is that you and I used to talk all the time about, like, you and I were the only people we knew that loved video games.
Absolutely.
We wanted to find more people, and we have succeeded 100%.
Oh, absolutely. Remember we were going like, man, it's like, I got like 2 people on my friends list, and it's like you and like some other guy who never shows up.
Yes. And now
it's like I have to delete people.
We have to delete them. So we accomplished exactly what we wanted. Is we gathered a community. Yeah, it's not just for us; it's for everyone. Where you go on the forums, people have great conversations. People play games with each other. People have met friends. this is exactly why those 3 reasons are why we started it, and we consider
Absolutely.
it highly successful.
Except, unfortunately, the first reason where we got invited to a bunch of stuff, we haven't.
Everything except that. We did everything else except it.
So it's like, how many gaming events have you gone to, Tobin?
It's like 3.
Yeah, in the past year and a half.
We got in his press for 2.
For which one?
We got for the GDC.
GDC. Yeah, we got into GDC, which was kind of cool.
Yeah.
It
hasn't panned out like we thought.
Yeah, unfortunately, no.
But you know what? The other stuff is more important.
Yeah, no. I mean, the thing is, like, after all that's said and done, it's like we built a community of people that are like-minded, that love games, that live, eat, and breathe games.
Just like we do, because we're fucking scary obsessed. And you guys are scarier.
Yeah. And that gives us hope.
It gives us hope for the future of humanity. So that is it.
Wow, that is a long episode.
That is it. So I hope that the sound was better. I hope the video was better. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We've got a whole new setup here. So that's it. That's our show for the week.
All right.
Check out our website at NooBTooB.com and participate in our forums by clicking the big forum tab at the top of the page.
If you're watching our show on the page.
Yes. Also, call into our toll-free voicemail at 888-233-8480 or send an audio or video file to feedback@NooBTooB.com and be featured on the show just like the guys we played tonight.
That's absolutely correct. And if you're watching the video on YouTube, make sure to hit the big orange subscription button right over there.
Yes.
And of course, if you are watching, please rate the video 5 stars. We've been hitting about 400 each, and we've been hitting #1 every single week.
Yes, every week.
Rate his junk.
Yeah, rate my junk.
So you know what the next goal is?
What's that?
Hit the first page of not Gadget Games, but across YouTube.
All across YouTube. Yes.
We need about 400 to do that. So definitely click that. And we have a rapidly growing Facebook called NooBTooB Listeners. There's 130 members right now. Make it grow.
Word.
All right, so that's all for this episode. I am Yuzo Watanabe.
I am Tobin Kazire. Audio engineering for NooBTooB is done by Range Mixmaster Strunk. Wiggity what? Thanks for listening. We'll see you next week. We're out!
Yeah.